Hello everyone, welcome back to Welcome Me Gaming. Back to playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe slash the Stanley Parable 2 slash whatever it feels like calling itself. And the reason we're starting this is because I'm curious to see what this little intro will start with again. So, oh, okay, I guess we've gotten all the secret intros. Cool. Yeah, I've been making myself a little list to make sure that I know what endings I've already done. But as I record, if I stop talking and just skip over something, then it's because I've already completed it or I did it in a way that I thought was new, but it wasn't. So, for example,
all of his co-workers were gone.
We're going to try and do this.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
the bucket.
Warmth spread through
We're going to
Stanley's
get the bucket.
With the bucket in his arms again, Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek.
Yes.
Could his co-workers really all be gone?
What if I take the bucket out here?
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's
Okay, so it
ear.
does do something different. So basically, now we've added double the endings because every one of them can have the bucket doing something.
Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
I'm sorry,
The bucket
what?
began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed.
I love that
Desecrating the
this
land
always
and
looks like
lives of
eyes.
untold numbers of innocent humans.
I'm sorry,
and the
what?
bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret.
Oh my
and the
goodness.
many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams
Wow.
and wishes met halfway,
bucket has
meted out in
lived
parcels
quite
like
the life,
charity,
apparently.
and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration
I'm hoping to get
begins
this
to
recording
dawn.
done and get this edited, and then I will have 5 weeks worth of content between
There was
this
so much it
and
could
the
have
ending
done,
of
perhaps,
Spiritfarer.
The bucket wondered to itself, perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
It
What
is
are
too
you
much.
talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
What brow?
No.
Said the bucket,
Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
This guy's quite the voice actor now.
Stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket
He
revealed its
completely
true form,
loses his mind with this
transforming into a
bucket.
mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Oh my god.
Stanley,
What?
you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and
What?
incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such
I don't know what to
bravery
say.
here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic.
I'm pretty
cast
sure I will
away
trifle
inside
with
of
this
it.
bucket again. But I appreciate that was funny. That's a great start. Okay, yeah, so bucket gives us different ending every time. Fantastic. Or different ending from the other ways of doing. Oh man, if only I could get the bucket back into my office. Oh,
But
shoot.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Didn't mean to do that. Starting again. Because seriously, but unfortunately our office door closes as soon as we leave it, so we can't bring the bucket back in. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so hang on one second. Okay, anyway, okay, I do want to do this. I wish 416 would open again with
When
our
Stanley
secret
came
content.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Actually,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
and I'm only
and
missing
Stanley
one
knew it
more
perfectly well.
collectible,
Perhaps he
so
wanted to stop
that'll be
by the
fun.
employee
We won't
lounge
get an
first,
achievement for
just
it,
to
but
admire it.
At least we did it, and that's what matters.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. Just
It
as
sure
we're
was.
eager to get
But we're
back
gonna
to
move on.
business, Stanley
Alright,
took the
so,
first open door on his left.
We've already done the blue door and the red door with the thing. We've already done...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, so we're gonna hop on this. And we're gonna stay on it
Stanley,
this
I
time.
think perhaps we've gotten
Because
off
I've
on
already
the wrong
fallen off the
foot.
edge. I've already taken
I'm
that
not
secret
sure,
path.
Stanley, really, I
Taken
don't.
both doors
I
in that
realize that
way.
investing your trust
Now we're gonna
in
go here.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I appreciate it, but I didn't ask
Someone
for a
you've
story
been
to be about me.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
I don't want to be Stanley.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Sorry.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To
Yeah?
put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay. Do I have a girlfriend? A wife? A dog?
That's her, Stanley.
Oh.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? That
Yeah, I
wasn't
knew this
supposed
was
to
a
be
thing I
choice.
could
How
do.
did you do that? You actually
I'll
chose
get the phone
incorrectly.
later.
I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
Yep,
He's taken
couldn't
to
do
the
it.
apartment where he
Had
finds
to
his
do it my
wife,
way.
And the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even
Does that mean
possible?
I'll be punished?
None of these decisions
Are you
were
gonna
supposed to
punish me,
mean anything.
narrator?
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What did I do?
You're not Stanley.
Oh.
You're a real person.
Hey, that's correct.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Yep,
This
I
is
am
why
not
you've
Stanley.
been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's
I think I
as though
did pretty
you
good.
completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
I think I
won't have
understand
that kind
very
of
well.
risk on my
You're
watch.
controlling
I'm going
Stanley.
to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate this.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
I
But if
disagree.
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
That's
Or he could spend years
really
of hard
nice.
work forgetting how to read. Which
Forgetting
choice
how
would
to
you
read.
make? Remember
That
that
sounds
unlike here,
wonderful.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
Fish.
yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Sorry, what is that? What? Goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack. I don't know.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Well, that is a choice he made.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether
No.
you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just
Definitely
remember
not.
that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
I
and the
appreciate that.
feeling
That
should
really helps me
subside.
feel better.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Great. I gotta talk to the narrator again.
Welcome
Hello.
back. You may have noticed
How did you-
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a
Oh.
result of narrative contradiction.
Ah, I
Not
see.
to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice
Stop.
you made just a few minutes ago and see
Oh.
what the correct thing to do would have been.
Cool.
This way, please.
Alright. Sure. Am I going back over here?
Now that we know your
I like
choices
that
are
they've
meaningful,
roped this
we
part
can't
off
have
so you
jumping off the
can't
platform and
jump
dying.
off.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
It seems
I am a
this
human
place
after all.
is not well equipped to deal with reality.
No, it is not. So you'll open up stuff for me? I appreciate it. Thank you. Where am I going to? This way? Okay. Pass through the lounge. Good. We're going backwards through the lounge. This doesn't feel right, but we're gonna do it.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Cool. Thank you. What did you say
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Oh.
quite sure
Oh,
you'll be
man,
up to
you're
the
gonna make me
task.
do this?
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I guess I have to. Yeah. Let's find out. Okay. Are we okay? Did we do it right? This looks okay. No.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work.
I
Why?
tried.
For what? What did you get out of that?
I
What
just
did you
wanted
think
to
was
be
so
Stanley.
special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
I am
It's
curious
worth-
if I
it's
don't
worth
go
this
through
now.
that second door,
And what
will
am I
this go
supposed
back
to
the
do?
same way?
Even if there were a way to
I might have
continue,
to
would it
try
be worth
that.
it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to
Maybe
that?
I'll just skip to that
I
after
can't
this.
erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't
I'm
live
sorry.
that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the
I mean, at this
answer?
point,
What
I think you do.
What do I do? What do I...
Make a
No, I
choice.
have to. I have to shut the game down.
I think you do.
I have to.
That's fine. You did what had to be done, sir. Alright, so I'm going to do the exact same thing, but not go to the right first. Oh. We're still going, kind of?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
What?
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
You could have just shut
It
it
was the
down.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
I'm so
What,
sorry.
Did you think that would be funny? You just had to
I did.
see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
I don't think Stanley
That
listens to
thought
you
hadn't
either.
even occurred to you, had it? That there's
No.
a world outside of you? You're a child.
I am not.
My story.
It's all this dirt.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Are we done?
is behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Oh.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I really want to
When
disobey
Stanley
again.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I kind of feel like I have to.
No! Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
Quickly, hurry back.
Okay. Are we gonna try again?
Behave exactly as
Okay, we're gonna
Stanley
try
would.
again.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Okay.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
We're gonna go left.
Right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're going left this time. We're not gonna screw it up. Come on. Alright, it looks normal so far. Okay. It looks
Yet there was
good.
not a single person here either. Feeling
All
a wave
right.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, I'm not allowed in the broom closet? Alright, well, I tried. Oh, very,
Coming to a
very
staircase,
clever.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's a good way to do it. Very smart. I'm going to the boss's office. Not the bathroom. Nope. Not whatever that room is. Okay, oh. This is this is different. Huh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Very
of any
interesting.
human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Business trash.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Yeah, it's
until
very
he saw
strange.
the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Oh.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his
most
boss's
expensive
computer
boss.
just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code
Huh.
to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
You can do
He
this.
drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I don't have a speak function.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry,
He
I wasn't
spoke
built
it
with a
into the
voice.
receiver, right there on the wall.
Why'd you change it from buttons? I could do buttons. I would have followed your rules.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please.
I'm just like
speak
Gordon
the
Freeman.
code
I
into
do
the
not have a
receiver.
voice.
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Why? I'm so sorry. I'm really trying.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
Stanley
knows
has no
what it
respect.
means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice.
I'm
you
just
know.
having fun,
You could
man.
have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley
Oh.
came to a set of 2
God,
open
this
doors,
part's weird.
he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything
Stanley's
okay?
gone.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need
end.
you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
I wonder if that happens if I just stand still when we get there.
Stanley, this is
I'm
important.
gonna try that.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose
Stanley's gone, sir.
something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. Time to decide.
Another sad one.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is.
I'm just making the narrator really sad.
That's all right. I'll
Sorry,
let you
Leroy.
Decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Wonder if you guys can hear my cat screaming upstairs. I don't know why she's screaming. She does that randomly. Could also be the people setting off fireworks, even though it's June 29th, not July 4th. Fools.
All
Okay.
of his co-workers were gone.
We're
What
going to
could it
do
mean?
the correct
Stanley
incorrect
decided
thing
to go
this
to the
time.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Glad we didn't have to do that again. We're just going to
When
speed right
Stanley
along.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
Stanley
the
knows what
employee
he's doing.
lounge first, just to admire it.
There he goes.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business,
Indeed.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, we're going to
Stanley,
answer
I
the
think
phone call
perhaps
this
we've gotten
time.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, this
I
game.
realize that investing your trust in
I
someone
do
else
I
can
do
be
really
difficult,
love this game.
but the fact
Playing through it
is that
again
the
has
story
brought
has
such
been about
nostalgia.
nothing but you all this
First time I
time.
played it, I was like, this is so great.
Someone
Like,
you
I love
didn't
anything
recognize,
that's
Stanley.
good comedy.
Someone you've forgotten.
And walking sims give a lot of opportunity for
Stop
good
trying to
comedy.
make every decision by yourself.
But you do have to be a
Not
good
asking
writer
for
still to
me.
do it. And I would say that this team is.
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Okay,
She's been waiting.
go ahead.
That's her, Stanley.
Hello.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. Wake up! Alright. And how does this one go? I forget. Oh. Okay.
Is that you?
Oh.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm
Oh.
just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Bread? Fresh bread?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I might.
Who want to commit their life to you?
The
I'm
guy
trying to
just
make a
presses
point here,
buttons.
Stanley.
I
Trying
make
to
good
get you
money.
to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Is this actually my apartment?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Why am I dying? What is this button?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
That's not nice.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Well, that's how I progress
Now
the
he's pushing a
story.
button. Now he's eating lunch.
I like
Now
lunch.
He's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
She looks so disappointed
One
in
might
me.
even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Some people need to press buttons.
But in his mind, in
A
his
sad
mind,
desk.
he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind
Yeah.
his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Cool.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
It does
And
sound
each
wonderful.
day that he returned to work was
Is
a
that
reminder
just me
that none of it
daydreaming?
would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his
where
own
d-
job. First, he imagined that
Where'd
one
my TV
day
go?
while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished
weird.
off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay
My
behind
TV
each
is
door.
gone.
The mere thought
I think there was
that
supposed to
his
be a couch here
decisions
before.
would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through
Oh.
this fantasy world,
Okay,
he
I
began
guess
to
you
fill
did
it with
that.
many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room. with
Just let me
monitors
lay
and
down. I just
mind
wanna go to
controls.
sleep.
And down
It's like
another
real
was
life.
a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And
Yes.
he called it the Stanley Parable.
It's all in your head.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over,
Let me
wishing
climb out the
hope
window.
that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Yeah.
But there is no answer.
Goodbye, wife.
How could there possibly
Well, there's the rest of my
In
desk.
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Poor
The
Stanley.
longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets.
At least I
which
got a nice
is the
pencil
real
sharpener.
one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Yeah.
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to work. But then I'm stuck here. Guess I have to.
Can he just not hear me?
I
How can I tell him
can't.
in a way that he'll understand
I'm
that
stuck
every
in my
second
ways.
he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Float above you. Question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
No, I'm
But I
stuck
don't
here
make the
forever.
rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried
Maybe if I-
again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Goodbye, Stanley. Oh, man. I am feeling tired. Today's been a good day, though. I was able to do a bunch of errands. We got to go to sushi for lunch. They had excellent sushi choices today. A couple new ones that we hadn't done. I had sushi with flaming hot Cheetos on it today. The
Stanley
most
knew the office
disgusting
layout like the back
example
his
of
hand.
American
It was only a matter
ingenuity.
of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time. Okay, what else can I do? I could do the bad ending with the bucket, or we never even got the good ending with the bucket.
Stanley picked up the
Let's do
bucket
the
and
endings with the
smiled.
bucket.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone. Not with the bucket alone.
Because
Stanley
last time I
pushed
fell
the
off the
bucket
edge
into his
accidentally.
chest
Oh, I got to do
and
that
entered
without the
door
bucket
on his
too.
left.
See where that gets me. So last time the bucket was giving me lots of encouragement, but I like how it changes to yellow and makes it this guy. Gives us the collectibles. And we go in with the bucket. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes, that is what we're gonna do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Nope, no
Crushed
humans.
by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
It might be.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
This does make sense. Obviously, the bucket knows what it's doing. Can't wait to take the bucket to the escape ending. Maybe it'll stop the crushers with the power of the bucket. So
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
so
an
many
unknown
options to
place.
explore.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine because we have the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door
do that
that read,
eventually with the
Mind
bucket.
Control Facility.
Alright, do not fall off the edge this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Oh,
screens.
I can do it. I
What
can do it on any of
horrible
them.
secret did this place hold?
Good to know.
Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Alright, come with me, Bucket. We have many adventures to accomplish.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley
Luckily,
nearly
doing
dropped the bucket
the
itself.
actual story that it wants you to
Everyone
do
in the office
does
was being
not take much
videotaped,
time.
monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as
Poor
Stanley
bucket.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Don't worry, Bucket. We're going to a good place. I promise.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh, I don't know.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Maybe.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I couldn't tell you.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
I
else's
think after
control.
I do
Never!
this,
He
we'll
squeezed
get
the
to
bucket
the
tighter.
ending
His
with
one
the
friend
bucket
in
and
the
then
entire world.
the hole
At this
without
point,
the
he could
bucket.
trust no
But we'll
one
skip ahead
except
so you guys don't have to watch my whole thing of that. Because I don't have anything interesting to add from those perspectives at this point.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
terrifying.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
We refuse.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Come on,
Two
Bucket.
best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah. I'm with you, Bucket. Alright. Let's escape, Bucket. We are out of here. Thank goodness the influence of the bucket helped inspire me to make this choice.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments
It's kind of funny
away.
because it feels like it's better
Excitedly,
written with
two
the
of them
bucket.
began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin
Oh my
watching
God,
the
that would be
Big
actually
Bang
really
but
funny.
Then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
What?
What? Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Hey,
Unbearable silence filled the room, lingering.
do I have to climb? I can't climb with a
the
bucket.
truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility
no.
itself recognized the incredible calming presence
Oh,
of
no.
the bucket, needed the
Bucket.
soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part.
No.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
Oh my
Stanley
goodness.
realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
At least
To
he
be trapped
has the
eternally in
bucket.
darkness
That's the
isn't
important
really
thing,
so
people.
bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh my goodness. What will happen? I can't tell if it's just gonna restart or if we get something new. Oh, I was really hoping it'd be something new. Okay, We're gonna skip ahead to when we choose the bad ending with the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. No. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical
Please tell me this stays on for the rest of the
about
game.
the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
I'm just gonna wait this out, but this is great. I guess we'll see how this ends.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
It's a
I
bucket
feel
sticker.
That it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Brilliant.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There
it's
really
a bucket.
is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Okay. They really laid into the broom closet
You know
option.
what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display.
Yeah.
You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Sounds good. Let me just give him one more chance to talk. Alright, I think we're good. Onward. Alright, we're doing this. We're doing the bad ending. We're gonna see what happens.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an
Yes.
end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
You terrible
Stanley
bucket.
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and
Oh
claim the
no,
power
I'll be
for
controlled by a
itself?
bucket.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
But I
when
love the
suddenly
bucket.
An image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Bucket control what?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What? Silly birds. What? Oh, how wonderful.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another. And
Silly
then it dawned
birds.
on him.
Aw, owls.
This wasn't a mind-controlled facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds
Silly
all
birds.
over the world.
Every time he
The
says
mind
silly
controls
birds.
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who
Thank
had
you,
pulled
Bucket.
him towards this incredible discovery.
You really taught me something.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place,
Looking at silly
living
birds.
through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
They are very
Of
silly.
all the
Oh,
possible
look at that cute
paths
duck.
his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Oh, definitely.
And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. Look at all these silly birds. They're just great. They're just great. I saw all of them. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, how wonderful. What an experience, everybody. We got to see silly birds. This is great. This is great. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, now we're going to do the bucket-less
All of
drop.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh,
Perhaps
and we
he
get
had
to keep
simply
our
missed the
stickers. Thank
memo.
goodness. So we'll jump to that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hello.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this
I found
now,
the
Stanley.
Stiggly Wiggly.
This is a real accomplishment. This is
Fantastic.
doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
It sure
I
is.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done.
It's
We're all
done.
here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Cool. All right. Well, that's done. Good job, me. I'll congratulate myself. Nice work. You found the things. But this isn't a reward. This is in the same way that you would say, nice work, you got lunch.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
I don't know, but we're not going to find out.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Nope. We're just going to get stuck down
Ah,
here.
you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Oh.
Welcome.
Well, this
You
seems
see,
much
back
nicer.
when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. Anyway, when it came time
That's
to
funny.
update the game, we knew
We
that we
figured
had to
we'd
do
make this
something
bug
about
into
this
a
little
part of the
goof
game.
of ours. So here you go.
Oh, great.
New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances
Bottom
your
of the
perception
mind
the
control
value
room
of these
ending.
updates.
Very nice,
Isn't that
very
what you
nice.
crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for
Oh,
this
a new
section.
piece of music. That's
You
really
won't
nice.
hear it anywhere
Let's
else in the
enjoy
game.
that.
It's a secret that's
Is it
just
terrible?
for you. That's how special you are.
Let's hear
We
it.
call this track "Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done."
Ba 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 ba. I see. So we're going with the you have to burn the rope method.
3, 2, 1. Good job.
Good. Is this gonna get copyright strike? I really hope it doesn't. This is terrible. I love that I did actually find it completely accidentally. It's an ending, yeah, now it's an ending. But I'm stuck down here. There's nothing I can do. I'm just stuck. I think railings mean lots of things. This is so awful. Oh, this is perfect for my tired ass. Of course I find it funny. I'm exhausted. It's a really nice song. Good job, we did it. Okay. Well, I'll be cutting out a lot of chunks of this, so yeah, we'll assemble this and we'll have a nice new episode. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next. Well, I guess just say and this should be the week that Spirit Fair has its last episode, so you should definitely check that out. Watch the rest of the series if you want. And then I'm going to continue Stanley Parable, at least for a few more endings. I don't know how many, but we will. And I have no idea what I'm going to do after that. So, yeah, stick around and find out. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Whoa.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
What? I guess we're not done.
Those figlets. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
This
Wasn't
is
it
so...
just the most
This hurts my head.
intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
I did feel
Yes, I know we're
enriched.
supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please
I wanna see
indulge me
around
with
this.
one
Oh, okay.
more trip back to the memory zone?
What?
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Okay.
Just one more time.
I forgot about the memory zone. Cool. Alright, we're back here. When Stanley found the collectibles. Great. Yeah, no, this is really nice. We found those collectibles, and it was really good. We did a good job. Look at these statues we got. These are great. Guess we'll go down here. This is the secret.
Here's where it all began.
It
The
was.
first collectible.
Yeah, it was
Back then,
weird,
we had
surrounded
no
by
idea of how
human
many of them
things.
we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
This is
We'll never be like that again,
so
Stanley.
terrible. 7. And then we found one in there.
And here was the second
This is fun.
Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley.
I mean, that was
I'll
where
be
I was
honest,
supposed to go anyway.
Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
I do great work. There's always more to see.
Okay, let's do a little quiz.
Oh.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Actually, I do. It was the warehouse.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the warehouse. It was the
What
third
if I
one.
fall off here?
You picked
Okay,
it up,
I can't.
and then after that, you had 3 of them.
I
I'm
did.
glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Nope. That is true. Does this have a way now? Can I go through it? Oh, yep, there it is.
Let's see, what came next? Oh
That's-
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but
We
it's
did
here
not.
in the memory
This is not a
zone,
room.
so it must have happened.
This is not a room we experienced. I think you may be mistaken. Yeah, I think you were mistaken. There was no pink room. And we did find the executive bathroom.
And this one was really something special. It was
It
in
was.
the boss's bathroom. I remember it so clearly.
Yep.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate
Oh,
the occasion.
oh, great.
Enjoy.
Let's see it. God, I love that. The stupid, awful, like, old video editors. In there. Yep, we sure found it. Good job, me. It's a bathroom. There's always something more. Best boy.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Sure
I
does.
spent
It
a
was
lot
a
of
good
time
memory.
making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
And the last one. We just found this one. So it must be correct, obviously. So I can't go that way. Yeah, it's definitely here.
And then,
That's the last one.
then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here under the stairs.
Now we've
this
got
memory
12.
is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
It was pretty
Who
significant.
can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment
They're
unlike
all
any
collected.
other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Alright, well that was lots of fun. I'm glad we did that. You are in the present.
And
And
then
now we have a
there was
memory
no
of
more,
right now.
Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, okay. Cool. Goodbye.
No, I'm not done.
What?
I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the
What?
memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Alright, I was not expecting this to go on like this.
Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's
Yeah.
keep going. I want more.
You just love these collectibles. He's addicted to collecting things now. You should speed up the walkways between them.
And here's where I made
course.
that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Don't make me watch the video again. You're gonna do... Okay. Yeah, it was a very good video. Good job.
Yes, I love that video.
It was a very nice video. Good job. And then the pink room, which is not a thing.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room.
None at
though.
all.
A solid room.
Yeah, sure. It's a good room. 15 of 6. We're doing great. And of course, this one.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know,
This one
if
was.
there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm
course it
very
would.
glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yep. Moving along. We only have 2 more. I was gonna say, could I go this way? Wonder what would have happened if I would have picked this. Guess it doesn't matter. But it's fine. Here we go.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes,
Yeah,
I remember it
It's
too.
really good.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I don't know. And then we're back to this. The weird...
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced
Really loving
you
this
to
nostalgia.
the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The beginning? Oh gosh. I don't want to collect them all. Oh yeah, we're back. We're here. And then we're here. And we have the jump button.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a
A
rose
giant
filter
Stanley
on everything.
statue.
In fact,
Slowly
I guess
spinning.
I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past
Yeah,
is.
it's been pretty
I
good.
want more memories.
Getting greedy there, little big guy. Alright, where are we at now?
Oh yes, the 2 doors.
Why are
Who
we
could have
reminiscing?
forgotten
This
that?
is
That's a
normal.
Memory, this one.
I guess it didn't matter. And we're back to my
And before
office.
everything else, there was your office.
Wow.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
N-
There's
no?
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
You gonna do the intro?
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And
Were
then
you
somewhere
Stanley?
along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became
Let
lazy,
you make the
And
decision.
I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps
yeah.
that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did.
sorry
make a
that's so tough for you.
companion, even if he was a fiction.
He is a fiction.
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's
What
go
are you
back
thinking?
just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling
Sorry,
the story
what?
so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Well, that was fun. Okay. Well, that added a little extra time, but we had to do it. So, again, check out my other videos. Check out my channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.